Alright, and welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I hope you're doing fine. Today we're gonna talk about 1.12, which is probably one of the greatest patches Hunt Showdown ever had. Now, keep in mind, everything is gonna be on a test server first. Maybe it's already on a test server the moment I release this video, I don't know. Normally, test server stuff or the test server goes up very quickly after a dev stream, like 1 or 2 days, sometimes even on the same day. And also keep in mind, everything is subject to change, so give feedback. Now, keep in mind, giving feedback is not sending the developers death threats. It's like going to the official Discord. They have a feedback or a suggestion channel over there, and you can drop your criticism over there. But behave, please. Now, timestamps in the description below. We have lots of topics, so I'm not going to mention all of them now. So check out the description below, and then just jump to the topic you want to see. All right. Let's get this started. Okay, that's kind of unusual for my patch note videos. Normally, I'm not covering bug fixes because, well, there's a lot and you can just go through a list of the patch notes and that's it. But there's 2 bug fixes that we absolutely have to talk about and that need a little bit more spotlight on them. The first one is the reload bug is fixed, which is mind-blowing, finally. So I hope it's going to be fixed, so jump on the test server and check it out. Not much to say, it should be gone or it will be gone, and you can test it on a test server. One of the most annoying bugs, it's in the game since forever, and that was actually game-breaking. So if that is gone, I'm going to say hi again to custom ammo on the Sparks, on the Romero, crossbow and everything. I know what caused it. Every time you use a consumable, a couple seconds later, and you did the reload for special ammo, it was not working, and other stuff, and it was just, I lost count how many matches I lost because of this. So if this is true, and the reload bug is fixed, man, this is gonna be amazing. And Hunt Showdown is gonna be a totally different game. That's the first thing, but there is more. We also gonna fix left side peek advantage. Which is like, okay, I was expecting the reload bug fix because it had to come at one point, but left side peek fix as well. Now, let's have a look at that real quick. So it's fixed. The camera is now better aligned with the hunter and reducing the left side peek advantage, as I said already, and it's more focused on where you can see the head. It's not perfect, but a huge improvement. Now, let me tell you this. This exists in almost every game, that peeking from one side or the other is giving you an advantage. Alright, it has something to do with the character model and how the character behaves and moves. I'm gonna show you this now, what they meant by this, because there were a few people during the dev stream and they were like, hey, I didn't even know that's a thing. So I'm gonna show you right now the old one. So on the left side you can see a hunter standing, and if they're peeking from their left, they can see you already, although you only see the shoulder. And honestly, in some extreme cases, you didn't see them at all and they already shot you. So you can see now that when you're peeking left or right with the new one on the right, there's not much difference. It's still not 100% perfect, but at least now it's playable. Okay? We also have this for being crouched, and while being crouched it was extreme because the hunter was even, you know, going a little bit more forward to the right. And now with the camera alignment, this is how it should look like. Normally on some, I don't wanna now sound too rude, lower skilled or like beginner matches, this didn't really matter much. But on a higher level, honestly, you thought about this the whole time. Hey, I can't push around the right because if this guy is holding the angle with a left peek, he will see me first and there's no way I can tag him first. So at max I trade or I just straight up die. That was not great, obviously, so if this is fixed as well, that's huge. There's a couple more bug fixes, but yeah, check out the patch notes. I hope I have them. The moment I have them, they're gonna be in the description, so you can look them up yourself. Let's have a look at something else. Now, after these amazing bug fixes, let's have a look at a few new guns. Well, or let's say new gun variants, okay? So we have 2 gun families and they get a few additions. First, we're gonna talk about the Krag. And the Krag is getting a bayonet. Same ammo pool, 5+1/6, so 12 bullets total. Not much, I get that. I try to play it with a Sparks pistol and then you're good to go. You have plenty of ammo then. Ammo type unchanged, so you have basic, FMJ and incendiary. And it is kind of expensive for 426 bucks, but it might be worth it. Let me show you a picture right here. And as you can see, it's this old school, like World War bayonet, and I think it looks amazing. Keep in mind that it's a true bayonet and not a riposte. So the difference between bayonet and riposte is With the bayonet and the riposte, heavy attack, you have this thrust attack that kills the moment it connects to the body, but the light attacks are different. With the riposte, you do like this horizontal swing with the blades that can one-shot grunts, which is amazing. And with the bayonet, you're doing like this, you grab the rifle and you shove enemies away. Yeah, it's not really what you're looking for, to be honest. So I personally think that a riposte is stronger than a bayonet. And that's gonna be a long boy with the Krag rifle and the bayonet. That's gonna be one long rifle. I think it will be cool. I like the melee attachments on most guns, so if I play non-scoped long ammo weapons and they have a melee attachment, normally I pick it. 426 bucks, well, let's see. Then we have another one for this family, and that's gonna be the Krag Sniper again. 5+1/6, so miserable ammo pool, we already talked about that and how to fix it. Basic FMJ and Incendiary, costs 610 bucks. Here's a picture of it. Now I have to say, I don't know how I feel about this. Sniper scopes, yeah, okay. Can it compete with the Mosin? Maybe, because, yeah, sure, you have less damage, but you will most likely still reliably 2-tap, and you have a higher rate of fire. And the bullet is still crazy fast. So, I don't know. I personally will probably not play it that much, but I like the Spark Sniper a lot. For me, it's the most cost-efficient sniper that you can play. But I'm gonna give it a go. The Krag Bayonet is probably something that I will play more. Well, let's see. And that's it for the Krag family. But we are not done yet, because another family is getting some variants. A family that I normally don't really play a lot of, if I'm honest with you. And we're talking about the Winfield Centennial, so the medium ammo Winnie rifle. And that is getting a shorty. Yeah, so we're gonna have a medium ammo, medium slot rifle. 5+1/12. With basic ammo, poison, and FMJ. Costs 103 bucks, so not super expensive. It looks like this. And that will be very interesting. I mean, a Vetterly medium was already something that I wanted to have. Maybe I try this one. Nah, just kidding. I'm not gonna play that one. And you know why? Because there's something else. And that's what I'm definitely gonna play. And it's the Winfield Centennial Shorty Silencer. 5+1/12. Yeah. This opens up so many crazy loadout options. You can play that with a bow. You can play that with a shotty. You can play that one with a full-size shotty quartermaster. You can play full-size crossbow, quartermaster, Winnie Centennial, shorty, silencer. I mean, sure, you have levering for that one. I would not rely on that, because the bloom of the crosshair is massive. I mean, if you like RNG, then go for it. Again, basic poison, FMJ, 137 bucks, and that's gonna be something that I'm gonna mess around a lot. We have a few more gun changes that I will cover real quick. First, let me show you the suppressed version here. I want it. I hope the test server is already live once I release this video. I can already play it. We have more gun changes. Changes. It's not much, but I want to kind of cover it real quick. So limit carbine fire rate increased. They didn't say by how much. And I think, yeah, sure, I take it, because I played a limit carbine from time to time, and I felt it felt already pretty strong. I take it though. And the limit carbine iron sights realigned and fixed. I didn't even see that, and I was clicking some heads kind of reliably, so maybe I need some crooked iron sights to be good at the game. I don't know, kind of weird. But yeah, they're gonna be fixed, so let's see how that will look like. Then hand crossbow changes for the choke bolt. Honestly, I never took that, but it's nice. Slightly bigger initial area effect. And it's the same with the choke bomb. Lots of people probably don't know that. The initial explosion radius for a choke bomb is bigger than the cloud afterwards. That is also why sometimes you can still burn people after they get put out by a choke bomb, because they were at the border of this choke bomb explosion. It's kind of weird. And now they have this for the choke bolts as well. And also they're gonna increase the poison cloud size for the poison bolts. Dang, dude. I like this. Let's see how big it's gonna be. They didn't show that during the death stream, so I don't think it will be much. But I do play hand crossbow, poison bolt / regular quite a bit, so a buff for that. it's very much welcome. And also the Stalker Beetle, now 25 damage. It's not a gun, but I had no idea where else to put this, and I didn't want to make a slide for the Beetle. Yeah, Stalker Beetle now dealing 25 damage. I swear to God, if there's somebody out there crying now again that the Stalker Beetle is gonna be OP, nah, it's gonna be fine. That is definitely a buff. Will I meme around with a full trio and 12 Stalker Beetles and just sending them into the boss lair and killing an enemy team with only Stalker Beetles while there is like, you know, this one Valkyrie song playing in the background? Yeah, of course I will do that. But I still think at the end of the day it's not worth that to play that strategy. It's just worth it if you want to piss people off. There you go. Okay, I think I covered most of the gun changes and the new variants. Let's hop to a different topic. Let's talk about something, and I don't know how you guys will react to this. I'm just gonna say give it a chance, okay? We're gonna get a new tutorial. Now you're probably like,
oh my god, I have 7,000 hours in the game. I don't need a new tutorial. Fucking hell, dude. Why did they do this? Waste of time.
and I get that, for us veterans, this is not doing much, okay? But you have to keep in mind that there's still a lot of new players coming to Hunt Showdown, even 5 years after the release. After every big event, for example Twitch drops, there's a huge wave of new players, and they say, hey, Hunt Showdown looks interesting, let's check it out. They play the game and they're absolutely lost and they get absolutely stomped and they stop playing. There are just so many mechanics by now. You have to keep in mind when we started the game, like February 2018, the game was way less complex. And they added so much. You might not want to admit it, but Hunt is not an easy game. Sure, there's Tarkov, and Tarkov learning curve is like a wall, and it has like spikes at the top, a snake pit at the bottom, and everything is on fire. I get that. Yeah, sure, it's a nice meme. But Hunt Showdown is still a hardcore game. It still is, and it's not easy to learn. So there will be a new tutorial, and I'm gonna show you a couple seconds of it, and I think you will like it. We have a basic and advanced tutorial, and the onboarding is important, we mentioned already, and Geralt meets Hunt. Now you're like, wait, what? And yeah, Duck Cockle, I have no idea how to pronounce this, I'm very sorry. And he is doing the voiceover for the tutorial. So yeah, we have a full voiceover for the tutorial, and the voice actor is the same who did the voice acting for Geralt in the Witcher series. And maybe now is a good time for a free weekend? I think it would be, you know, once this is rolled out, why not? And here are the first couple seconds of the new tutorial.
For you, the suffering of a savior and the coin of a betrayer. The pain is forever, but the money is worth it. You're a survivor, or at least got the makings of one. Get on up now. That injection knocked your teeth in real good, didn't it? There's a health kit by the gate. Use it.
You can't tell me that's not epic, dude. Goosebumps, man. Goosebumps. Oh my god, dude. I wish I could have had that when I started Hunt Showdown, but this is nice. Okay, that's it with the tutorial, but we have more. So the next topic is a bit of a smaller one. I want to kind of rush through that, but it's still an important one because we were kind of asking this for a long time. The combat log rework. So right now when you die on your death screen, you see, yeah, okay, I took this damage and this damage. Yeah, that's great, nice to see, but we want more. We want to know what's going on there in the final seconds before we die. So this new improved combat log covers now the last 90 seconds, and it's showing incoming and outgoing damage, and even a bit more. Keep in mind though, they warned us during the dev stream that this is in a beta state, because, you know, 5 years later you can still have beta stuff. And it can be buggy. No, I'm just joking here. Now, let me show you this right here. Where's the screenshot? Right here. Just look at this beauty. So this is how it looks like. You can now see the damage that you dealt, That is the gray one. You can also see when you heal over time. Like for example, the green one, there's regeneration, it even says that. And it shows you the damage that you receive. The cool thing is it's showing distance and everything, but also where you hit them. That is crazy because sometimes you're like, the fuck just happened? How is he still alive? And this will probably help you understand it. I don't know if you can see regeneration on enemy players, for example, when they run a regen shot. I also didn't see yet how it looks like when you get shot by a shotgun with the... Is it showing total damage? Is it showing the pellets? I don't know, but nevertheless, this is gonna be a nice addition to the game. It will clarify a lot of things. That it's showing the hit zones, I find this absolutely amazing. And I hope we will get more. And one day, maybe even 2D replay. Another thing I was complaining a lot during my last streams is that selecting guns and new loadouts is kinda... it's a drag. Now, of course, we have some presets and stuff like that. But I basically play every round a different loadout. Do not get bored. And equipping stuff there, and you have to scroll and scroll and scroll. I don't want to sound too mean, but the user interface in Hunt Showdown is lacking. And I try to combat this right now. I mean, it's still not perfect and how it should be. But right now, only the base variant will be selectable. And then you have these tiny cute little arrows and you click them and then you select the legendary skin. It's not gonna work, of course, for contraband weapons or for locked legendaries. Now you're like, locked legendaries? Yeah, you know, sometimes you get an instance, not the unlock for the Dark Tribute or another different reward from one of the challenges, and it's not working with these. So with the locked legendaries, you have the old school selection, but otherwise you do it with these little arrows. I'm gonna show you that in a second. And the last selection will be the new default skill, because otherwise you pick the gun, then you have always to click the arrows. That's not helping either. Then you just have a new problem, but yeah, dude. And as a little bonus, let me show you. Boom, there's also an unequip all. So you can see now these arrows, you click through them, it saves that basically, and whenever you equip the gun, it's gonna put the legendary on it. I like this, I love this. Yeah, you can already see there are some more changes, so we're gonna talk about that soon. And something else that I will just, you know, rush through, because otherwise this video will be an hour long. Weapon stats. So right now the weapon stats are kinda meh. Especially like the handling thing. You have like a sway, melee, and I don't know what else. It's all in one stat, so you can't really compare the guns that well. Now you have better readability. Some stats were confusing. For example, RPM didn't make sense on a lot of guns, so they changed that too. And as I said, it allows now for better comparison. So you have now spread, sway, and recoil. Just to mention a few, look at this. Yeah, lots of things that you can compare now. And that replaces handling, which is cool, I think, because now you can actually have a look at sway for gun A, B, C, and not kind of guess for them. Thumbs up. But there is still more. Oh boy, whew. Get your pitchforks and your torches. Nah, just kidding. But there's quite a few solo changes coming up. And it's probably... Man, dude, solo game is back on the menu, boys. Self-revive is back with Necromancer. So yeah, but before everybody's losing their shit and angrily typing in the comment section and wishing me death and everything, because yeah, shoot the messenger, that's always a good idea. It's gonna be 10 seconds instead of 4. Fair enough, honestly. Now you can absolutely not complain anymore if you get killed by somebody who is self-reviving. Then you honestly messed up. There's now probably exactly 2 scenarios against decent players where self-revive will work. The first one is a huge shootout with multiple teams at a boss level, for example, where you just don't expect it to be a solo, or you have somebody at long distances and he's just falling, you know, from the roof and you cannot get there, no line of sight to cover that. Then Necromancer will be good. But for like self-reviving bomb lances and shotguns and stuff like that and crossbows, honestly, if they kill you, you kind of fucked up. Let's be honest here. So keep in mind, self-revive is coming back with 1.12. Also with the bug fixes. Because when you were the last guy alive and you traded and you self-revived, the server didn't know that you're coming back, and the server was like, bye-bye, shutting down, get wrecked. And also there was another bug with it that they fixed. Can't remember, but most of the bugs, or all the bugs, should be fixed. Now you're probably, what about the MMR abuse? Yeah, so far right now there are no changes with the MMR, so people can still kinda self-revive them non-stop to drop MMR. I already gave my personal feedback that only the first death should count for MMR drop, but all deaths should count towards your KD. You could also do it a little bit more fancy, with, for example, having like a timer. If you die once, it counts, of course, for your MMR, and if you self-revive, and there's like a time window of, I don't know, a minute or two, and you're dying again, it counts again full against your MMR. Because some people actually manage to pull it off to self-revive multiple times, and they're not abusing the system, but they should be affected then normally, at least in my opinion. So yeah, there are no changes yet. Maybe once this comes live, there will be adjustments. We will have to wait and see. Now, this is not everything though. No. As I said, solos, man, they have everything now. Just kidding. But Magpie gives now all three effects. This is not solo only, just to be clear here, but I didn't want to make an extra slide for Magpie. You're picking up the bounty, you get now stamina, regeneration, and antidote. There is something for solos though. If you have Magpie as a solo, you get 10 seconds now of Dark Side boost. Frikadelle, Chris, one of the developers from Crytek, was in my stream while we watched the dev stream together, and he was joking. For every year that you were annoying us to give solos 10 seconds, you get 1 second. So 5 years later, you get 10 seconds. Nice. Well, I was persistent, I guess. Nah, he was just joking. Was actually a cool joke. So solos get now 10 seconds with Magpie. They also loot 2 seconds. That is kind of news. So if you're wondering what DSB is, it's the Dark Side boost. So whenever I loot a body, I get 2 seconds and not 1. I think this is fair. Teams have 10 seconds anyway. Teams, when they loot a body, they get 2 seconds as well. And you're still getting outnumbered. So I think this is cool. And on top of that, to get these benefits as a solo, I need the trade. You also have to keep in mind, and I think this is important, back to the self-revive real quick, there is no death cheat in the game anymore. So, of course, what was enforcing the issue with self-revive is that everybody was running it, because the hunters did not fucking die. Now people have to get Necro first, so not every hunter will have it. So this should also like help with, you know, your concerns. That's it, Mike, right? No, that's not it. More solo changes. So, Serpent. You can now Serpent bounty, clues, rifts from 50 meters and not 25. So they're doubling the distance. And on top of that, that's not all, with the energy that you get from the rift or from the bounty or from the clue, it lets you fly for 15 seconds. Now, okay, that was maybe a little bit too much, so no, you cannot fly. Yet. But, yeah, okay. So, I have to say, Necromancer, I like it. With the changes, it will not be very useful in close range against experienced players. And if you're not paying attention, you fucked up, you get punished, that's fine. Then we also have Magpie, alright. I think that evens out the playground, I like that. Serpent is the only thing where I'm like, whatever, honestly. I never died while using Serpent. I never got one huge tactical advantage by using Serpent from, you know. I don't think this will matter much. Sure, there's a few things that work now. For example, you can stay out of clue range. So the clues will not go off while you take them with Serpent. But I don't think this will be super impactful. This will be nice to have. But otherwise, that's it. Then we have some more changes. It's not just for solos, but it's mostly for solos, so I'm keeping this here in the solo chapter. It's the Underdog Bonus. It's a little bit increased, not by much, dude. If you play solo against duos, you get now 300 instead of 250, and against trios 600 instead of 500. So maybe you didn't know that when you play solo and you extract bounty, you get a little bit of a bonus because you were playing alone. And duos versus trios from 125 to 150. So nothing major, but I just want to have that here in this solo area. Not completely solo, but mostly. Then there's a few minor things, so I'm just gonna rush through them. Quickplay changes, more guns added to the starting pool. They added a lot of guns and they were not in this pool, so they're gonna be added now. Also, interacting with rifts will show you now the trait that you get. You had to open the map, check which trait it is. Now it pops up on the right of your screen, and you don't have to open up the map every time you get a rift to check what kind of clue you're getting, or what kind of trait you're getting, sorry. So that is nice. Then we also mentioned, did we mention that already? No, we did not. We have something else that is amazing, and it's gonna be Lootable Saddles. No, you cannot ride horses, I'm very sorry, but it's something else that we can interact with on the map. And I think this is cool because it's kind of lacking that, honestly. So there will be saddles now, lootable saddles, strapped to dying horses, and hitching posts. I'm gonna show you pictures in a second. The saddlebags have consumables or hunt dollars, and the weapon holsters might contain a lootable gun. For example, a Limit carbine. It's nice, makes budget runs or even naked runs a little bit more fun. Keep in mind rule of 2, so 2 people can use that. I don't think it works with the gun though, but the saddlebag works with that. This is how this looks. Amazing, honestly. You see them already in a few locations. They are not fixed spawns as far as I know. Here you can see the saddlebag there. This is how it looks in-game. And this is how it looks on a dying horse. It actually, I don't have a clip. I'm lazy, okay. There was a clip during the dev stream and they showed how it looks like when the horse is still wiggling around. Honestly, looks pretty cool. So have fun with that. We're gonna get new quest lines. Finally, it's been a while. We had Mama May and Billy's story, and lately there wasn't that much. So we will get 2 in the next update. One starts in March and one starts in April. I give you the exact dates in a bit. They are already available on the test server. And there's gonna be a little bit more of, it's easier to finish them. There's now more shared team contribution. So if you both have to equip a rifle, then you can just share the rifle quest, and I think that's great. Also improved readability, improved visibility, and additional UI dressing. You know, all sounds fancy. Let's have a look at how all of this looks. Those are the 2 quest lines. You can see the dates. 22nd of March, we're gonna have the first quest line. That also means that, yeah, you kind of can guess already when everything will come live. Around the 22nd of March, or 22nd of March is probably the latest when the 1.2 patch will be released. And we have Vengeance of the Skin, the 26th of April. So the quest lines look like this. So this is with the readability, the changed like text, colors, and stuff like that. It looks cool. And yes, I saw that as well. Gator traps. So, they didn't show us everything, apparently, during the dev stream, and they're still hiding 1 or 2 things. Gator was confirmed. Yeah, just leaked that. Just like that. And, Kappa, I'm kidding, okay. Those are basically the 2 quests, and you can already see there's gonna be a Scottfield Precision Legendary, a new Bertier Legendary, I think Duster's Legendary, and then with the other one, with the skins, you get a new Bomb Lance, a new Officer Brawler, and a new Weapon Charm. And the gun unlocks for the Centennial Shorty, Centennial Shorty Suppressed, Krag Bayonet, and Krag Sniper. So yeah. And I'm looking forward to that just because I always want to have something to do in my game. Okay, only 3 more chapters, so stay strong. I want to talk about one more thing that they're gonna change on the test server, and that's gonna be the wildcard contract. So, as you know, they're planning on bringing wildcards, and this is a test run right now. So this will change a little bit the interface. You have now your standard contract and your wildcard contract. Like the veterans know, back in the days we had multiple contracts, so you could select a specific bounty, a specific daytime setting. It was kind of nice. Apparently they're bringing this now kind of back, and also skill-based matchmaking is always turned on for this period of time. So yeah, if you're wondering, hey, where's my skill-based matchmaking button? Doesn't exist. Like, there will always be skill-based matchmaking now enabled. You cannot turn it off. Which I personally think, I don't care. For me, it doesn't really matter. And for new players, I think it's nice because they can't turn it off on accident. So I think this is good. Wildcard right now will be nighttime. So there will be no nighttime in the standard contract rotation. There's gonna be fog though in the standard contract rotation. I don't know. I would have liked to have fog out of the rotation because you can't snipe at night. It's just hard to see, but you still have some distance. Sniping during fog is just bleh. But okay, I think in the future wildcard contracts will be like the Inferno or the Serpent Moon with the different nighttime setting. Maybe something like this. I don't know. Just don't be confused when you see this pretty soon. Yes, people were also asking, what about the Lunar Pact? That's old news that has even a date from 2022 there. It's like from the previous event. Okay, just ignore this. This is a placeholder. So, apparently Geralt is also a 3-star. Yeah. Don't believe that. Okay, that's it with the contracts, with the wildcard contracts, and the skill-based matchmaking being always on. Alright, let's jump to the next chapter. And we have 2 more chapters and then we're done with the video. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't cover everything in this video. There's also some map changes that they teased during the dev stream for Weeping Stonewall, for example. I hope I can make a separate video with all the map changes and we can discuss them separately, because otherwise, dude, I need some sleep too. Alright, so legendary content. And I have to say, oh my god. So I'm gonna say goodbye here. You will only hear my fangirl voice and we're gonna have a look at the legendaries. First one, Firebomb, Brooks Burner. William Moses, the redneck, was driven off his farm with little more than his guns and hat. That little more included a bottle of his favorite drink. He's fashioned a firebomb of it to save for a sentimental occasion. Okay, looks nice. Sadly, this is not a Hellfire bomb, which is making me sad, but looks nice. Then new Romero 77, the Flat Iron. The Carcass Gunrunner brought in many fine and exotic weapons, but for himself alone, he tinkered with this Romero 77 Alamo. Built from shop parts, the shotgun has become his preferred recourse in difficulties with smugglers in his employ. Looks nice, a bit bulky there. I don't know what the numbers mean though. Maybe we'll note it soon. This is absolutely nuts. Spark Silencer Muscadine. No idea how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. The fine rifle of an eccentric connoisseur, this Spark's LRR silencer seemed out of place amongst jetsam and driftwood in the bayou. The first sign that soon enough stranger things would wash to shore. It looks amazing. Then, it's not it. Weapon Charm, Ferryman's Coin. A token that calls for the ferryman, granting passage to life after death. Dangling from a hunter's weapon, this coin is promised to the unfortunate soul at the end of their sights. I think this is cool, and this will probably be my favorite weapon charm once it's out. Weapon charm, Nimin Claw. Okay. The only weapon that could pierce the mythical Neiman lion's hide was its own claw. The claw now hangs from a coin, but there are no heroes, no myths, and no grand feats. There are only coin in combat. Alright. I don't see the coin. But that's okay. Not my favorite, gonna be honest. Way too thick, and it's kind of a weird claw. But hey, maybe you'll like it. And no king chain, that's totally fine. Weapon charm, Ruby's Favor. Earth sweats, bejeweled tears, and bleeds through veins of gold. Now the precious metal and stunning ruby combine to flaunt ridiculous wealth. A bold action in the face of many desperate hunters. Looks nice, a little bit too much bling bling for my taste. Then we have the weapon charm, Blood Relic. That's weird, because I think during the dev stream it said Blood Bullet, but yeah, one of the two is gonna be wrong. The choice of blood varies, but the vial's meaning remains the same. A promise to get home safe and a warning that this hunter will end any life in their way. Looks cool, very dark. I like it. We have 2 hunters, legendary hunter Wormbite. Wormbite treats where maggots set their mouths to work in Stillwater Bayou. Each soul he buries is gifted a single bullet, one flash of light. One last chance to strike the darkness in the place it calls home. Wait, what? Is he shooting them in the head while they're already dead? This is confusing me. Looks nice though. I also like that it's not one of these hunters, you know, with the hood and the face mask and everything. Like, we got a few edgelords lately. Then we have the next hunter. Okay. Legendary hunter, the Hornback. Prideful to a fault, Marsha Combe, the Hornback, ingratiated herself to the reptilian, turning hard-won hides into precious dollars. Her flair for dress was balanced with ruthlessness, granting her success with certain clientele, and uses far beyond stitching. That looks nice. No, not one of these edgelord. It looks a little bit like the Turncoat. Very similar to that. I like it. I have to say, all these legendaries are pretty dope. Okay, so we're at the end of the video, final chapter, personal opinion, so keep in mind to feel free to disagree. I'm happy if you agree, but stay civilized, please. So 1.12 is great. Lots of bug fixes that were annoying for a long time. Reload bug, left side peak, if it's true that it's fixed, you never know. But we're gonna check that out in the test server. And I'm not super 100% happy. Yes, dear Mr. Streamer, never happy. I'm still not seeing the new content. Like, yeah, new gun variants, new skins, that's always nice, but... I mean, we have the Centennial suppressed, so that's a new toy that we can play with for probably more than just 1 or 2 days and experiment around with that. But really new content, like a new boss, new map, is still lacking. Now, I know I sound like a bitch, and I'm fully aware that like there's like 60 or 70 people, I think, dedicated to the Project Hunt Showdown over at Crytek. So it's not like a super big development team, they're lacking people. So if you're interested, by the way, they have a crap ton of job offers on their homepage. So you can have either bug fixing or new content. So the bug fixing is done, so I'm looking forward for this year to have some massive content. Yes, I'm aware that there's a roadmap that they released, or a roadmap video, yesterday. I'm gonna watch that, and I'm gonna make a video about it too. That's gonna be a long video, but that one I don't care, because I will go through everything that they say, analyze that, criticize them, pat them on the back if they did something nice. Looking forward to that one. So, 1.12, dude, is solo stream. Self-revive is kind of ruined for close-range engagements. It is still nice, though. I played yesterday against trios, and a couple times I killed 2, and then I trade with the last one, and I'm just dead, although I wiped the trio. So now I can come back. That is nice. And with the 10 seconds, I think nobody can complain anymore that it's too strong. You really need to fuck up to, or get very unlucky to not get that solo anymore. Exception, solo snipers, 200 meters, but you won't get them anyway. What else is there? Serpent changes, I think, are kind of whatever. And everything else, though, I think is pretty cool. So let's play it, test server. Let's get some intel, let's get a feeling for it, and then drop some feedback for them. Alright, that's it. Let's roll the outro. And that's it for today's video. Again, I didn't cover everything. I tried to cover the most important topics. Let me know in the comment section what you think about being able to fly as a solo, which obviously was a joke before people lose their goddamn mind. Sadly, you have to say stuff like this is a joke, because you never know. But there's a few people who are no jokes at all, my patrons, right here. Thank you very much for supporting me. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. Once the test server is up, go and check out everything. I hope you will like it. And see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day, and bye-bye.